Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a channeling of Mackenzie Shirilla, Dominic Russo, and Davion Flanagan. I've been requested to do this, and I actually was like, I can't just like, sometimes with these other certain channels, I have to sit with it for a moment and kind of like, if I don't feel it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to force myself to give a reading if I don't feel it. So if you guys don't know, my name is Isabel. I'm a psychic medium. I have had my ability since I was 6. And I've been doing this as a career for, I think, gosh, almost 12 years. So for a really long time. So I'm just going to dive in. If you guys have not watched the Netflix episode or documentary called The Crash, go watch that, come back. You can see what I'm talking about or what the perspective. But let's just dive in because there's a couple of things that keep coming up on repeat whenever I sit with this. So we're going to first kind of move through the process of this. If you don't know, just a brief summary, Mackenzie Shirilla is serving time right now for the murder of Dominic and Davion. Here is the thing. I just heard Davion make sure I say his last name, Flanagan. But here is the thing. So she is serving time for that murder. She rammed the car at 100 miles per hour into a wall. They died, and she was the driver. She lived. Now, there's been a lot of kind of thoughts and things around this, but I'm going to give you what I'm channeling and what I keep receiving. One of the biggest things that comes through is that she was not in her body when the crash happened. Now, please know during this channeling, I am not excusing what happened, not making any excuses for her. I'm strictly telling you what I am picking up energetically. I had to really sit with this a couple of times because I was like, does she, like, what's going on here? Now, Mackenzie I feel like, and again, it's okay to be wrong. I feel like there was some kind of maybe sexual abuse or abuse at some point in time in regards to her. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm getting. I'm not really sure about this. I keep hearing about it. However, she did not feel, I say this because whatever was happening in her life, I know she used a lot of drugs. She was experimenting with drugs, playing with drugs. And I know that her and Dominic had a long lasting, like on and off again relationship. But I also have like, there's just a highly sexual being that I keep getting. Like her energy is just very highly sexual. With this, the reason I say something about SA or something that happened is because it seems like she has the ability to kind of check out and then be there and then check out and then not be there. Okay, if that makes any sense. It feels like during the process of her crashing the vehicle, they were arguing or there was some type of argument, there was tension, and it feels like she kind of blacked out, like she was not in her body when this occurred, which is why she's like, I don't remember what happened. This is very uncomfortable for me. So if you see me kind of like, I do feel like there was an entity attachment. I'm hearing as I say that, I keep seeing one, but then I see another. So it feels like there could be multiple that she was dealing with, like multiple entity attachments. This is more due to the fact of like a lower vibration, things like that. And she might have played with like spell work. She might have played with like trying to do black magic or work with certain deities. Like it feels like she was trying to play with stuff on the backside. Like I'm getting flashes in my head. She feels very dark. She feels very, very heavy. This is not somebody that I would necessarily want to be around, like almost like an energy vampire in a way. Like I will, drain the energy from you. Which feels like why Dominic's family maybe did not like her. They could see through it. They could understand it. But it feels like there was some kind of argument or tension going on. She blacked out, meaning like she was not in her body, and then she like hit the wall, and when she woke up she was like, oh my gosh, which makes in a weird sense maybe why she wasn't physically harmed and the other two were not. It feels like, I know there was rumors about maybe, I don't know who told me this, but something about cheating. I don't feel like this was a one-sided issue. So what I mean is, I feel like he was, having his little cheating, like he cheated on her, she's cheated on him. They kind of had this very toxic relationship that they went back and forth with for quite some time. It wasn't just like one way. It was a very toxic relationship. She did feel very stable with him, or felt like he would give her that stability in some sense. He had a savior mode, is what I keep getting. Like, he wanted to save her, he wanted to help her. I actually keep feeling like, and I don't want to like fully into this, but I keep feeling like he feels bad that he could not save her, like he couldn't help her. I feel like in a weird way they were meant to meet, like he almost was meant to help her somehow in this life, but like she was not on the same track. Like, if he would have stayed here, he had goals, he had visions, he would have accomplished them. I almost feel like something around like producing music, there's something there that feels like he would have kind of went down the artistry level and would have ended up accomplishing what he wanted for himself. I keep hearing, I didn't have opportunities to really live. I didn't have opportunities to express myself. She was very self-centered. He's saying like it was almost like he would go about where he would want to focus on what his dreams, his visions, his drive. And she would get very jealous. She was very jealous about the way he spent his time. She was very jealous about where her focus was, like where his focus was. So she would make a big thing about it, make him feel really bad. So this was an on again, off again, yelling, fighting, tension type of thing. There was a lot of times he tried to get rid of her, is what I'm hearing, but like he didn't necessarily, like he couldn't escape her. Like he was like, she would find me. He was like, she'd find me. It almost feels like there was times where like he would try to hide from her, do different things, and she would find him. Okay, let's keep going. But it also feels like he's kind of like, he got to see in some essence the real side of her that many of us did not see or do not know. Like he really got to see the softer side of her, maybe even the vulnerable side of her at times. But he feels very like, I like that side. That was the side that drew him in. Not this other personality that was all about the social media, the platform, doing all of these things. She was very delusional, it feels like, is what like he's kind of showing. Like she always thought like, I'm going to achieve this, and he encouraged it. But like, I don't think she wanted to work for it, if that makes sense. Like she didn't want to work for it. Like she expected it to be like handed to her. And he was very focused on his work. Like had he not met her, it feels like he would have been more driven even at times with like, okay, I really got locked down and I really, really want to do this. His best friend, I don't know if they were, but that's what I'm hearing. Okay. His best friend, Davion, sweet, sweet, kind person. He always saw the best of Dominic and really cheerleaded him on. Like he really wanted Dominic to succeed. And in hearing he wanted to succeed beside him. So I don't know what that is besides like maybe there was, I'm hearing joint or collab or something that maybe that they were like, let's do this together, or this is our goals. Okay. But Mackenzie was not going to let him go. She was not going to let him go. That's what I keep hearing. Like she knew the time was coming and she was not letting him go. So I'm asking Spirit as I'm saying this, was this a planned scenario? They keep saying it was not planned, but was more of a spur of the moment situation. Like, oh yeah, like then she took over, like whatever took over and she did what she did. But it did not feel like there was a planned motive or situation. I know in the documentary it says that she did that route several times. But every time she does that route, there's somebody else on the end of the road. So like, I don't know who she was meeting over there, but there's somebody else at the end of the road that I keep getting, or there's something going on there. Like it doesn't feel, it just feels kind of weird. And then I heard she liked to drive. Like, I don't know. She liked to drive. So I don't know what that means, but that's what I heard. Okay. Sorry, I'm saying I'm a lot because I'm just trying to get all this information as fast as I can, but I forget I could pause this. hold on. It was really hard. Both of them left their bodies very quickly. Both Dominic and Davion left really quickly. I can feel Davion's sadness and grief that he left behind his family. Like it's almost like I didn't want to go like this. This wasn't what he necessarily had thought was going to occur for himself. He too was also making a lot of future plans that he's saying. But he went and he's very near. When I look at their souls, so as you know, our souls ascend, right? We're constantly growing, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly ascending. Dominic is like here and Davion is like here. So what I mean by this is that Dominic still holds a lot of grief and frustration, even feels like a confusion. So his whole thing as he's evolving, like he's just still in between, there's different energetic planes. So he's still in between planes, whereas like Davion feels a little bit higher. This isn't necessarily like a bad thing. It just feels like he's still doing, I'm hearing a lot of healing work. He's doing a lot of introspection. I almost want to tell him, which I am, like, you don't have to take blame. Like it feels like he's blaming himself for this situation that occurred. Like he feels very like, I feel bad that this happened. Like he knows karmically that he's going to come back and fix things, but it feels like he still holds on karmically to that. So I'm asking, like, when all this occurred, like, who was sober? Was anyone sober? And I'm hearing no and yes. So what they're meaning by this is that, yes, they were sober to maybe not as drunk or high or whatever it was to the extent that they usually were. So they're like, we were kind of coming out of it. We were coming down of it, but like, this is where it was. It feels like Dominic and Mackenzie had an argument or a disagreement of some sort, either the night before. I remember this happened at like 5 something in the morning. So this was either like the night before something, there was some kind of argument, some kind of tension, some type of disagreement. There was witnesses into this disagreement. That's what I'm hearing. There was witnesses into the disagreement of it, but everybody kind of put it off as like Mackenzie's being Mackenzie. Like this is just what it is. But it feels like there was some type of argument or some type of like fighting or things like that. And I think kind of like he had been over it. That's why I keep getting like, I was over this. Like, it was just a matter of like, I'm going to go. Like, this is when it's going to happen. We're going to like separate our ways. But Mackenzie had nowhere to go. She had been living with Dominic for quite some time, and she was not wanting to go home. She didn't want to go home. She wanted to stay, I keep hearing, in the lifestyle that she was used to. She did not want to go home. God, I feel so bad for him. Like, I literally can see him moving or trying to get away, and like she would find him, and then she would find him again, and then like she would find him. And I'm just like, this is toxic. This is toxic. And it didn't matter if like he did something with other people or if she did something with other people. Like, it was kind of like, I'll top you. And, like, it was just a very toxic, I'm even hearing the word volatile relationship between the two. And unfortunately, it feels like Davion was just caught up in the middle. Like he somehow wrong place, wrong time type of situation. And he got caught up in the middle. And that is kind of what it was. It was like, and I know that there was weird things on the way that the bodies, they say, like, were found. And it feels like this was more upon like the impact or like the shake of the car. Cause I'm asking, like, did you try to save him? Like, did you try to save Dominic? And I keep hearing there wasn't any time. If anything, I hear Dominic yelling, like he's screaming at Mackenzie to like slow down. He's screaming at Davion to sit back. Like he's screaming, like if he could stop it, he would stop it. Like he was trying to get her to like stop. It almost feels like she was like, it sounds horrible, but like I feel like she was like laughing, like it wasn't even her. Like she was like laughing at this. Like it's sickening. It's actually sickening. And he's like just trying everybody to calm down and like just stop. Like we need to stop. But then everybody's saying like it happened so fast. Like literally I hear like it happened so fast. But I can hear him screaming and trying to like yell at her, like, stop doing this, like, stop, like, what are you doing? And it just was not, she didn't hear him. She She was not stopping. She was not stopping. And Davion, unfortunately, he was like, I was not like, it just feels like I was not supposed to be here. I'm not sure what their plans were for that evening or that day, but it literally feels like almost like he just wanted to like go somewhere really quick. Like either he was heading home or food or something. I don't remember, but like that's what I'm getting. Like I keep seeing, like I keep hearing him say, like, I wanted to get a bite to eat. Like that's literally what I heard him say. Like, I just wanted to eat. I literally just got in the car to go get something and that was it. Um, yeah, I'm asking. I'm first gonna just look at something with Dominic really quick. He says that he really is upset at her. Dominic is saying he's like, there's a part of him that feels like he's still just like, I don't understand. Upset's not the right word. There's more of like a curiosity or kind of like this feeling of like, I don't understand why you did this. And it feels like he's constantly trying to get answers from her in a way, like, why did you do this? What happened? Like he's trying to look at her to kind of feel out and understand things in some way. You know, remember, I say that because as we evolve spiritually, like we kind of see things from all perspectives and he's still in between. But he's very much like, this was just not his plan either. He's like, this was not my plan of my life or what I wanted. I wanted to kind of end what he was doing and shift into something entirely different with his life. Like he was really ready to like take the next step. He goes, I'm at peace. Please don't think I'm not. I just don't feel like the full story has been told. And I also feel like it's like she's holding back something. There is something there. He goes, she is holding back the full truth of the scenario. There was times in the past that it feels like she would threaten him with situations like this. That I would do this or this would happen. He goes, I knew she was crazy. Sorry, this is what she's saying, but I never thought this crazy. But there was situations like in the past where they would get in vocal fights and she would say things or do things. She was like, I almost feel like she was having like sexual activities with people and then like showing him. I don't know what happened in her past, but like he almost looks at the past as like he like tried to have an understanding. Like he was actually a very soft-hearted person. Except there was another side of him. I'm wondering what his astrology sign is. I can't say sun sign is. Um, because it feels like there was another side where like once he closes you off, he closed off, but for some reason he had a really hard doing. It almost feels like there was like some type of tie with her, like a soul tie, but it doesn't feel like a soul contract. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some type of ritual or ritual work in order to get him to stay with her. And I heard correct, because this tie doesn't feel like it's coming from a higher plane. This tie feels like it was put here on earth. So it feels like there might have been a ritual or ritual work in order for them to stay together. Okay. That's what I'm looking at. I don't like it. I'm like, I don't even like the energy around this. And I can hear her like, I know how to do this. Like I heard somebody say like, I know how to do this. And I'm like, okay, I don't need to know any more about that, but that's what I'm looking at. I feel for him. I feel for the like he's just kind of like that. Davion is like on a whole different level. Like he's really kind of just made peace. He's moving through things. I'm asking what his side of the story is. Like, what is your side? What do you want to say in regards to this? He goes, I honestly didn't know everything that was happening. He goes, I don't know why he's saying that because I wasn't trying to protect him. There wasn't a thing of like, I'm protecting you. I didn't know this was going to occur. I thought we were just going to go somewhere and come back because I knew they were arguing and fighting. There was tension, but like there was always tension with them. It wasn't anything different or new. So I was just going to get from point A to point B. That's all I was doing. And he was like, there wasn't anything else. I feel like the way the bodies were found was due to the ejection or the movement of the car. They said correct. Nothing more. I don't know why that they're telling me that, but that's what I'm hearing. And then I'm asking him, like, does he have anything that he wants to say? he's saying, no, I've made peace with this, and I'm, he's like giving his best that he can for his family. And he's saying, I'm really thankful for my family and for what they gave me and what opportunities I was given in this lifetime. He was going to move away. That's one of the things he is saying. I was going to move away. He's like, but he's kind of shrugging shoulders, like that doesn't really like matter or affect anything. He's like, what happened with us? He really technically was just there. Like unfortunately, he's like, I didn't have anything to do with. Um, I didn't know anything, and that was it. And the same thing feels like there wasn't like a necessarily big plan on this. But when I look in the vehicle, I can see them arguing. I can see the fighting. I can see her kind of like disassociating in a way. And then that's when it just like occurred. Thank you. That's the best word, is disassociated. Like that's when the crash occurred. And then I can see like, that's it. The end of the story. It's gone. There's like a blip in time and it was like, boop, and then it's gone. I don't feel there was any witnesses. I don't think there was any witnesses around. But I do feel like they were going somewhere. Like, I don't know what this is. They could have been making a drop. They could have been doing something, but it feels like they were heading somewhere. So that's what I get for that. But yeah, I don't know. I wish them the best. I don't think I have to wish them the best because they're already on the other side. But that's kind of what I get with that. Let me know in the questions and comments. Okay, bye.